is Cynthia, Mountain Accents. Today I am going to film the beginning of what I hope is a Friday Sews. Thank you to Jen at Today in Jen's Sewing Room for starting the hashtag Friday Sews. So sewists like myself can join together and share a little bit about life, a little bit about sewing, and just what's going on. So I have a hard time filming in the evenings sometimes, so I thought if I got started on today's Saturday, that maybe by Friday or Thursday night I'd have a video that I would be able to edit and have it uploaded by Friday, next Friday. Today is Saturday, August 26th. And it's so hard to believe that the month is almost over. We are having a heat wave this weekend. It's setting record highs for yesterday and today. And I've already been to town and back super early this morning, and it was already hot by the time I got out of the grocery store. And I am sweating, so excuse the sweaty face. I'm not wearing any makeup because it wouldn't do me any good. It would just melt away. But I wanted to show what I've been working on this past week. I started working on. I purchased this Experimental Space Evelyn Blouse from Ana at Pattern Pouch Nest in one of her pattern pouches that comes with the pattern and a homemade drawstring bag that is filled with other sewing notions. And when I started reading up on the Experimental Space, I've never used one of their patterns before, it did suggest doing a full bust adjustment if your bust measurement had more than 2 inches of difference. And mine is closer to 3-inch difference. So the one thing about Experimental Space patterns is they come in, instead of having a number associated, it has a name. So it starts with Ava and goes down through Mia for the size range. And I fit in the best as far as the pattern. I fit closer to an Eve for the high bust. And the full bust, I am between an Eve and a Faye. So I'm between the two sizes. I don't fit in either one of them. And then for the waist, I'd actually be in a Faye. Hips, I'd be in a Faye. And so I've decided that I would cut out a size Eve, which is a 39-inch high bust. Mine is slightly smaller than that, but it is larger than the one below that. So I went with an Eve, and then the full bust for Eve is 41.5. And since I am a little heavier at the moment, my full bust is closer to 42 or 42 and a quarter. The waist measurement for this blouse I didn't think would be as important. I looked more at the finished measurement, and you can, I don't know if you can tell by the picture, but you can by the draw. Let me show you on this line drawing. It is pretty much a straight fit, so I knew that yeah, whatever ease and the full finish measurement for there would be the same for down here, so I'm not as worried about that. So in here it gives the finish measurements. For an Eve, it is 44 inches for full bust, waist, and hips. And since I am closer to that 42 or 42 and a quarter inch, I feel like I need a little bit more ease, so I decided to do the full bust adjustment because I have closer to a 3-inch difference between my high bust and full bust. And this pattern, I took a course with Sew Confidence CCC 23, and one of the classes was on how to do a full bust adjustment, but it was on a bodice that had a dart. And thankfully, I was like, well, how do you do it on a pattern that doesn't have a dart? So I looked up on YouTube and found a tutorial on how to do that adjustment, and I'm going to show you my pattern piece I got laid on the floor here beside of me, and I'm going to tilt the camera down and give you a look so you can see what adjustments I have made. Let's see if I can get it to focus in. I may have to stand up. Let's see. So this is my pattern piece, and I tried to highlight where I made my adjustments. So I added here a 1/2 inch and here a 1/2 inch. And then where I had to move this over, then I had to redraw this line here. And it also shifted this side out and a 1/2 inch. And so then I had to draw the line all the way down to the bottom. And then I had to true up my bottom, and I just scooped it, and I didn't do a really clean line there, but met up those side seams. And from what I understood from the class, once you sew that up, it'll look more level. So I'm hoping this works. I've got to finish cutting out my other pattern pieces. I'm not sure about the sleeve piece, so I'm going to have to figure out whether I'm going to have to adjust it, since I've added this additional 1/2 inch here. So okay, I've showed you my pattern piece that I've made the adjustment on, and like I said, I have to figure out whether I'm going to have to do that sleeve head adjustment. I'm going to do some measuring and see if I can find some more information on that before I actually cut into my fabric. I think I'm just going to cut it straight into the fabric, and I'll share that with you later. It may be when I have finished product, but I'm going to make it in cotton lawn fabric. It does say on this pattern to use, let's see, any lightweight or light medium weight woven fabric. Suggestions include rayon, viscose, crepe, and cotton lawn. So I'm going to try making it in a cotton lawn. The Evelyn blouse is it's a drapey blouse, has an upright collar and a flattering V-neck front detail. Now there is a piece that here at the center where that V is that I'm also going to have to adjust the length of that pattern piece by half an inch so that it will meet up with the length that gets, I guess it's a facing that goes to the inside. So we'll have to adjust that. Looks like it'll be a fairly simple pattern though. You only need a little bit of lightweight fusible interfacing and about 1.5 meters of fabric. So I will hopefully have some more progress made on this later in the week, and if so, I'll share it. And before I sign off for today, let me tell you what I'm wearing. I am wearing the Closet Core Cielo top in a Japanese cotton fabric I purchased from Cloth Edit. That's Gabriella at Cloth Edit. And I'm wearing a pair of Lander shorts. And that fabric for those is it's a linen blend that I purchased at Joann Fabrics. And I think it's my, can't remember if it's my first or second pair of Lander shorts, and I love them. And so I will sign off for now, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Today is Monday, August 28th, and I thought I would pop on here again to catch up what I've been doing this weekend and what sewing that I've accomplished. So I have finished one of the projects that I was making for my brother-in-law, and I've started on the other one, so now I can say I'm 2/3 of the way through with that special project of making the carrying cases for him. And they're pretty straightforward. I had a little difficulty with the zippers for the carrying cases, and I'm not going to show those. I'm not sure if he wants me to share that project, but I'm happy to say that I am 2/3 of the way done with that. I also did get another make finished, completed in the month of August, and I made it with this beautiful jersey fabric. And I will share this make, tell you more about it in probably my September makes. I will share that one make from August in my September makes. And right now I have come home from work, finished cooking supper, cleaned up the kitchen, and having a cup of hot tea. This is the Puka after dinner tea. I think I got one in, I don't know if it was my advent calendar or one of my Think Pink subscription boxes, but it's delicious. And so I've been buying it. They carry it at my local supermarket. And it is a good evening tea to have. So I'm having a cup of tea, and I'm going to change out the needle on my sewing machine because I currently have a jersey needle in it since I just finished this sewing project. Well, actually, I have this a jersey needle in my Singer Quantum Stylist. The other project I've been sewing on my just very simple inexpensive Singer machine. I have it set up with Microtex. Might be a Microtex quilting needle or like a 90, Microtex 90. And I'm getting ready to put in a Microtex 8012 in my Singer Quantum Stylist to work on this Experimental Space Evelyn Blouse. Now, looking at the line drawing, you would think that it's going to be pretty simple, straightforward. But I've just flipped through the booklet, and I am thinking that Experimental Space sewing instructions may be similar to Style Arc. They're maybe more limited than what I am used to, and the the diagrams, some of them are making sense, but there's, like, I've read some of the instructions, I'm scratching my head about it. And I looked on YouTube to see if I could find any videos for this pattern or any experimental space pattern, and there's just not anything out there. And I've not checked her website to see if she has any sew-alongs on her website. I don't think she does. So I would love if anyone has made the Experimental Space Evelyn Blouse, if you will give me a shout out, comment below. I may have some questions. So we'll see how I get on with that. The part I'm going to do tonight, I'm setting myself some small goals, is I am going to stay stitch along the front and back bodice necklines. And then I'm hoping to stitch the front detail piece, which is this little piece here. That's the goal that I've set for myself this evening. I don't have a lot of time to sew, so I thought, well, surely I can get that done in the next few minutes. And I've ordered fabric for my project Dress-A-Girl. I didn't have what I thought was appropriate colored or fabric for a child. So I ordered some quilting cotton from Joann's, and hopefully it will get here soon. I do have one piece of quilting cotton in my stash that may work, but I'm not 100% sure about it. So if I get time to make more than one dress, then I may go ahead and use it. But my other quilting cottons that I have in my stash, which is not very many pieces, are either too small or they're the wrong color, because they don't recommend that you use light colors, and most of mine are lighter colors that would not be appropriate. So that's where I'm at this evening. And I will touch base again with you later in the week. Like I said, get this posted up for Friday so I can make it to another Friday Sews. Would be my second episode. So I will talk to you then. Bye. Good evening. I'm going to wrap up my Friday Sews with just a little bit more information. First, I'm going to show you, I did get my pink subscription box. So I will film this after I finish filming this Friday Sews and get this uploaded later on. So look for that coming soon. And I just want to talk a little bit about life. And first I'll tell you, I'm not wearing anything me made, but I am wearing a t-shirt from one of my favorite road trips we went on a few years ago. It is from Cumberland Falls in Kentucky. It was Tennessee. It's close to where Tennessee, Kentucky, and Virginia all meet. There's Cumberland Gap, and then there's the Cumberland Waterfalls, which is kind of known as I think the Little Niagara of the East or something like that. But we had a great time on that road trip. If you've like doing road trips, there's a lot of historic sites in Kentucky. We also went to the Corvette Museum, and we also went to Mammoth Caverns. I love going in caverns, and that is the largest set that I have ever been in. Thoroughly enjoyed it. So I highly recommend a road trip to Kentucky. So not much has been going on with life. I've just been working, coming home, and doing a little bit of sewing this week. I have felt like sewing, and just your routine cooking and cleaning up behind yourself. I do want to tell you about a TV show, and there goes my air conditioning unit. Just when I'm trying to film, so I apologize for the noise. But yeah, TV show. I know some of the other vloggers like to promote things that they're watching or reading, music they're listening to. And I do not watch a lot of traditional TV, but there is a TV show that I have streamed for the past few seasons, and that is Only Murders in the Building with Steve Martin, Martin Shore, and Selena Gomez. And they've had a lot of key stars in the show with them. Highly recommend it. If you like a little bit of murder mystery, comedy, satire, and yeah, just a good laugh, they're fun to watch. I am on season 3 right now, and I think there may be a new episode out. I don't remember if it comes out on Tuesdays or Wednesdays, but I'm going to watch it tonight, the latest episode. So I highly recommend that. And then the question this week for Friday Sews that Jen posted earlier was, what's your favorite outfit that you wore back when you were in school? And I can't think of a complete outfit on the top of my head, but there was a pair of pants that I absolutely loved when I was a child. And so I was born in the early 70s, and I can remember wearing these pants in the late 70s, maybe around 1978, 79. They were a pair of flared pants that were kind of a burgundy red with big flowers on it. So very retro, very 70s. And I love those pants. And I was probably, I could have been more than like maybe second grade. But those were the coolest pants ever. And I still love 70s fashion. So thank you, Jen, for asking questions. School did start back this week, and thankfully my son has graduated. I don't have any children in school, so I don't have to worry about buying all those supplies for school or sending him off. I just, he's off to work every day. And I hope all of you are having a great week, and hopefully I'll catch you soon on another Friday Sews. Bye.